So we're really lucky at Colchester and Ipswich Museums to have a fantastic team of volunteers who come and work with us on a real range of projects. So some will join us to support some activities and family events. Others will be working with our collections, documenting them, or working on conservation projects. We have people that work in our museums welcoming our visitors and showing them around. And whatever the reason that they come to us, some will come because they want to learn more about the kind of subject matter that they're involved in. Others are looking to gain new skills or experience. We have people that simply just want to meet new people and do sort of more the social side of things. And whatever the reason, we're just so grateful for that kind of contribution, because without the work of volunteers, they just enable us to do so much more with our collections and so much more for our visitors.
The thing that I really enjoy about working with volunteers is that, first of all, they bring us a new perspective on what we're doing, because when you have people coming into the organisation from the outside, they're going to bring questions with them that you might not think a second time about. So if there's processes that you're going through every day that you kind of just get a bit blasé about, volunteers will question, why are we doing this, and how does the system work? And that can really help us to actually sort of pinpoint if something is being done the way it should be.
I learned how to handle objects. I learned how to take photographs. Interesting enough, one of the jobs, which I thought was going to be perhaps a little tedious, turned out to be extraordinarily interesting.
Volunteers really were something that happens in small local museums rather than the big museums as such, because we need their help, and without volunteers we'd be unable to put on many of the exhibitions we have put on over the years. Volunteers help with stores, they help with repacking objects and cleaning objects.
If you're working with thousands of objects and trying to improve the documentation and information we hold on them, you simply can't do it without the help of volunteers. It's such a big task. In this museum we have over 77,000 objects that have been accessioned, and actually within that you could have, within each accession you could have hundreds of objects, so we're talking about hundreds of thousands of objects altogether. It's simply impossible without other people giving their time and energy to this for us to be able to achieve improving all this information and making it more accessible to the public at large.
If people are interested in volunteering, I would suggest that they get in touch with us. They can join our mailing list, and then that way they get to keep up to date with all the new opportunities that we have and learn about the exciting events that we put on for our volunteers.